Hello guys, welcome back to another video at the Capital Traders Group. Now, I know I've been gone for a while, but I've just been a little busy with members and our new mentorship program, which is launching very soon. But in essence, I wanted to break down a BTC long, which we took about last week and played out very, very well. I'm going to break down exactly how and where I took the trade, along with some reasoning. I'm going to try to give as much free gems as I can. Obviously, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down and give you guys a bit of clues of what I'm anticipating to happen next in the market, right? But in essence, first thing first, before I break down the longs, what I'm going to be showing you guys is where I took shorts in the market. Okay, now the first short I took was at 47k, which I was partialing out as price broke this previous low below. Okay, I took out partials as price came lower, holding a small volume as we were breaking these previous lows. Okay, I also took another short when we were at the 30k region again, or document it, and I'll also show you my MT4 terminal where I'm still holding these positions as well at current prices. The second short was at the 30k region where we saw a stop hunt occurred, and I was also able to take a small, very small position at the 24k region, which is still currently holding, as I'm holding as a hedge, because when I took longs at this region, I was looking for the hedge price. That's the reason, and I'll break down why exactly I took the trade. But in essence, that was my psychology thinking behind it, because I understood that we've been seeing these continuous strong bearish momentum come into the market, and after this long period of in essence of range, let's see how long range has been. Long range of about 65 days of basically dead price action of consolidation after we had continuous consolidation here on the left, which lasted another, let's say, about 60 days, so about 120 days of continuous continuous range bound price action. I was expecting to see some sort of rebound in price, right? Hence why I'm still holding these shorts, because it's sort of a hedge, right? Because if price does now just come back and die from this level, in essence, just sell off from this level, which is basically what I'm anticipating to happen next. If not from this level, from this region here, or maybe even to come back and retest this zones where the stop hunt took place. I'm expecting to see some sort of bearish reaction, okay, and strong bearish reaction. In essence, a bull trap. Again, I'm favoring this zone in particular. On the low time frame, it is ranging, so I'm looking for some sort of range-bound continuous activity for alts to catch up, and then we see a sharp little sell-off to potentially see how price reacts from this region. Either we continue up higher, or we break the lows and we grind to the downside. Okay, again, that will be more of to see and wait how to see how PA basically plays out. But I'm not going to get too in depth of that now, because I want to break down how and why I took the longs. Okay, so I've given you the psychology behind the trades, as long as with the history of where I've been shorting BTC. Again, I'm one of those traders who doesn't trade often, but I only trade once I see those very rare opportunities come into the market. Once I've seen enough players being stopped out and sentiment completely on the other side of the market, then I like to trade. Okay, I like to get involved in the market, and the same reason why I was looking for buys in these regions, same reason why I took buys on the 10k crypto challenge, which is doing quite well. I'll do an update video on that shortly once we see some strong movement on alts as well, but I'll leave that for another video. So in essence, once we saw this range bound price action, I was seeing this continued sentiment of that we're going to 10k, right, which is all the way below at this region, right, the 10k to the 9k region, right, which was another which is another from the peak lows, which was another, let's mark this out in, which was another 36%. Now with the continuous bearish price action, right, any one trader who trades with the trend would think, okay, that's the most likely scenario to play. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but I understood that what everyone expects to happen, it doesn't really happen, right? That's why we bet against the majority, right? Because we understand that's what's most likely going to happen. The market doesn't make it easy for anyone, and I want to make you guys assured that even professionals end up getting caught up in chops and make stupid choices sometimes. Okay, it's just the way the market is designed. But in essence, what we saw, right, I start seeing this range bound price action again. I mentioned it in the BTC video previously, and I hope you guys go watch that because I marked these zones out perfectly. But in essence, I was expecting to see some sort of bullish reaction. Okay, I didn't expect us to come straight up into the 20k region, which I was anticipating to happen. But I was looking for price to give us some sort of reaction from one of these two zones. Once I did see a reaction from this low. Now the reason I expecting a reaction from this low, was price took out this low, right, and then pushed straight back up, and the momentum was slowing but giving us impulses at the same time. Okay, and then corrected itself, and once it came within this region, I took my first long. Okay, and then once it started pushing up higher, if I go on the 4 hour, right, again, not making this too messy because I know it is a bit messy, but once I start seeing this price action play, right, once I took my first long around this region here, right, let's just get rid of all this, right, I took my first long at this region, mainly because I'm not going to break down the entry protocol because it's something I teach to my mentorship students. But in essence, what I saw was this low was kept intact with range bound price action. It was a sort of a manipulation to take out this previous lows, and then price reacted very nicely from this zone. All right, it didn't push down back below. It gave us a nice reaction and continues slowing down before we see continuous momentum to the upside. So I took a low risk a low risk buy here, which means I risked half of my usual amount with stops around this low, right, to target one of these two zones. Okay, which is where in essence, me and the team did take partials from, right? But the reason I took partials was I was expecting price, in case price pushed up higher, I still had some volume in the trade for this scenario to map out, because I like to map out multiple scenarios. You can't predict the future. What you can do is react and make sure you have the probabilities in your favor. So whatever price does, you win to some degree. Okay, so that's what I wanted to map out. So this was a low risk sell, the buy I took first. And the second buy, which I used a bit more volume in, was this region, right? What price ended up doing, the reason I took this long, was this was the main zone I liked. Why? Because price came up and broke structure from the left here, right? And then it slowed down, ranged, and came back down to this region here before giving us another impulse and continuing on higher. So when it came down to this region, I was already looking for buys. Okay, and if I go on replay mode for a second, and I go on the 1 hour time frame, again, I don't want to make this video too long. If I go on a 1 hour time frame, what I saw was a power of 3 pattern, right, which we have range. Let's mark this out as range, manipulation, and then expansion. So once I saw that play, me and the teams took longs from here with stops just below the previous low where we saw the reaction from. And then, as you guys can probably guess, my target was partial from this region and then from this region, right? This was the main zone where I was looking to take take profit from. And then what price ended up doing, it ended up playing out quite nicely. It pushed up higher, and when it did, I kept 30% volume in my trade, mainly on both of these trades, mainly because once it broke this region, I was expecting 20k to be next. Now, the reason I was liking this or expecting this to play after we broke this level was mainly because of this. Okay, and I'm going to leave it on the 6 hours so it's a bit more easier to illustrate. But in essence, what we saw was clean market structure. Okay, price broke above that high, retested that previous high, and then we saw that nice little engulfing candle showing that momentum is to the upside. So once I saw that, I let the members know we're going to be holding the remaining of our partials and holding it to the 20k, which if we mark out now, let's see, right, if we mark out to right now price, right, the first buy is currently at 20R, and the second one is at about 27R, right? Mainly because we had tight stops and price has played nicely. Even holding that small volume, you still would have made a nice amount of return on your capital, mainly just by holding your position, right? You're still taking profit at the high probable reversal zones, but mainly holding. Right now, I've taken a major chunk of profit. I'm holding a small chunk of my position just in case we come up higher to potentially see a reaction from the 22k, or potentially even, as I mentioned before, where the stop hunt took place, the 25k region. Very, very likely scenarios, but again, I am favoring a bearish reversal from this level. But again, I need to see some sort of break of these lows and price trading below this level to see some sort of retest on the high time frame structure to see how BTC plays next. But my next target will in essence be the 18k region, in essence, because I am looking for now to see a strong retracement. It may not be now because we may push up higher again, as I mentioned, but that's my main scenario I want to see play. Now if I go onto my 24 terminal, this is where my buys were taken, my sells and my buys. So as you can see, you know, I'm not just saying I took the trade. I'm actually showing you guys my entries and my current open position. As you can see left, my first short was from last year, sorry, 2021, 40, which was at 46, 45k region, right? Again, taken majority profit off, just leaving a small runner. My second position, again leaving a small runner of 0.25 lots at the 30k region, and then I even took an intraday long at the 24k region, right, which is right here. Okay, and as you can see here, the main sell is at 27k, which was from the 46k region. The one at 30k region is at £1,800, and the one at the 24k region is about just shy of a 1k. Now the buys, however, which is the main intraday longs I was looking for, which turned on to a nice swing position. Let's go on the daily, right? You can see these nice longs are currently in 7k profit, right? 4.5k and 3.2k. So it's about 7, almost 8k profit now, right? Which I will be looking to partial out. The only thing I'm waiting for, again, right, from these two longs, as I just showed you on TradingView, I'm looking for to see a reaction from this zone first. Or again, this sell is my hedge, because if we push up higher, it's fine. I won't lose any money on this short, as I've already taken profit on the way down. So the whole reason I'm holding this short is because if we see a reaction from the 22k region, then we're likely to come back down. I can take profit to see where we look for a reversal. But now I'll be looking to close out the majority of my position. I will leave a very small runner left, right, to see if we break high. Again, I'm hedging my positions to play both sides of the market, okay? And as you can see, these positions are running very, very nicely, as you can see below here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this analysis and this breakdown. If you guys want to see more content like this, please do let me know. With all that said and done, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.